easily slid in there. Oh yeah, I want to get a tattoo for my daughter. Did he just say daughter?
I'm my granny little baby boy. We all used to play with toys and make all type of crazy noise. I'm only here to help you all escape from this crazy world. My head been fucked up as of late. A lot of shit done happened. Thankful that I'm here.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay and welcome back to the channel. So as y'all can see, I am in my car right now because I decided today's content I wanted to do a girls talk. I ain't done a girls talk in a very long time, but I was just thinking to myself, like, what the heck could I make this girl talk about that's gonna be something that people are interested in, that I can get some feedback from? And I was just like, let me refer to what I'm going through in my real life right now, which is dating in this day's society, y'all. I decided to make it a little mukbang because as y'all see in the beginning, I went to go get me some food, y'all. I am so hungry. I haven't eaten all day. Okay, look how pretty. Look at the color of the fries. Like, they are just beautiful. And it tastes good. But getting into the dating scene, y'all, the dating scene right now honestly is the epitome of like pure trash. I think for me, I've never actually experienced the dating scene like that. I didn't really care to entertain nobody or to be in a relationship or to date in high school. Like, I just wasn't interested in that. It's not that I didn't like people, but I just at the time was not interested, or my first thought wasn't like, oh, boys, boys, boys. I was just not a boy crazy, you know, high schooler. So I didn't really get into the position of like entertaining men, boys, whatever you want to call them, until college. Now, even in college, I didn't really get the dating experience. My freshman year, I started, you know, chilling. I was just enjoying my freshman year, and then my ex came around. He was flirting with me, etc., etc. Long story short, we ended up being in a relationship, and we ended up being in a relationship for a very long time, almost 4 years in college. We didn't really have the traditional start to like dating, which I feel like the younger you are, you don't really have that traditional start. I'm not saying everybody doesn't, but like, we didn't go out on dates. We didn't, like, you know, it was no courting within that relationship right there. So for me, I never really got to experience, you know, dating as a whole. I never got to experience going out on dates, dating and talking to other people, you know, that of that nature. So me, you know, once I broke up with him, I got into the real world and was like, okay, I don't even know what I'm doing out here. I tried dating a little bit after that. It was a horror story. I got the story up on my dad's page right now, talking about like, oh, why I don't date no more, etc., etc. I'll put it up here where y'all can go check that out, because after that happened, I went on a 3-year no men, a whole entire thing. I literally haven't talked to men, or I hadn't talked to men since 2018 until recently. It was a personal decision, honestly. I love the peace and quiet that was in my life as a single, I'm still a single woman, but I just love the peace and quiet. You don't have to worry about nobody. There's no stress, nobody aggravating you. You literally just worry about you, yourself, and you. And I loved that aspect. But I will say, you know, after the 3 years, I wanted to heal. You know, I wanted just to be 100% me. I wanted to provide and bring as much to me to the table, you know, of a new relationship as much as possible without there being a burden or there being any, you know, issues that were carried on from the last relationship to this one. I was like, you know, I felt like in 2021, I was pretty stable. You know, I was pretty, you know, mentally in a good space. You know, I was like, okay, maybe I can get back out there. Like, maybe it'll be okay to start dating again. So around October of 2021, I actually went ahead and downloaded some like dating apps, because I had a couple of friends who were on them and they were telling me, you know, their experience and stuff. And I was like, you know what, why not? We in a whole entire pandemic right now. It's kind of hard to naturally go out there and date. I mean, I was going out to restaurants occasionally, bars occasionally, where there was a possibility of meeting men, but at the same time, I'm being precautious. I don't have time to get out here and get the Rona and stuff like that. Like, I have been so careful and so safe. So I was like, let's go ahead and try this online dating. Now, if you know me, you know I am not a huge fan of online dating. I've never been a fan of it because people are crazy, okay? People out here are crazy. People in real life be hiding the fact that they're crazy. So I'm like, okay, if I'm online, we texting, we doing this on the third, it's gonna be so much easier for you to hide that you're crazy. Moral of the story, I just never was a fan of it. So me trying it out, I was so precautious. I was so like, listen, you ain't gonna know where I'm at, you ain't gonna know who I am, you ain't gonna know my full name, you gonna know, like, I was so like, ugh, no. So I had went ahead, and the first person, it was a couple of dudes that I actually matched with at first, you know, just talking, didn't really last long. I had this one guy who we talked for a little bit, we went on a date and stuff, and at the end of the day, his intentions were basically, you know, bright as day. Is basically he just wanted to get into bed with me, which honestly is majority of these men's, you know, opposition of going on these dating apps. I did meet him on Tinder, which for me, Tinder literally is one of the worst dating apps. It's not because the platform itself is terrible. Like, Tinder is a good dating app as far as the function intentionality of it. It's the people that are on that app. Literally, I feel like everybody that's on Tinder has no intention of actually dating, no intentions of actually trying to find a relationship, no intentions whatsoever of anything positive. It's literally just like, I'm trying to smash you, we can go about our day. Some people are up there, you know, to date casually, which I'm not gonna like, you know, be mad at you for that. That's fine, you know, but like majority of people just trying to smash. I literally didn't meet one person on that app that like genuinely was like, you know, I mean, it was a couple people who were cool, but then it was just they were far, so it wasn't like we were gonna be able to like establish anything for real. And then the interest kind of just dwelled down. So of course I went to another app because my friend told me about the other two apps, which were like Bumble and Hinge, which I've had a little bit more success on those apps than I have on the other ones. I feel like I've actually met more people who are actually looking for a relationship at that time. Now the only thing about dating that kind of pisses me off is that I don't understand why people be lying, especially when it comes to children. Listen, I don't have nothing against anybody that has children. You know, if you had kids, you know, that's you, but I'm just not in a position right now mentally to deal with kids, especially kids that are not mine. It's not that I don't like kids, I'm just at the point of my life where I'm 24, well I'm 25 now, and I want to be selfish. I want to be able to get up and go without the worries of this, that, or third. I don't want to have to worry about, you know, baby mama drama. I don't want to have to worry about babysitters. I don't want to have to worry about this, that, or third. I just don't want to deal with the concept and the idea of children right now. And you see, like, I don't match with women on these apps, so I can't give you an insight on like, oh, do women be lying about kids too? But when I tell you, I was talking to this one guy, he was a decent guy, you know, seemed like a really good, you know, head on his shoulders and stuff. We got on FaceTime, just having a conversation, you know, it was nice, everything was going good. We started talking about tattoos. Now I don't know how we got to that thing, but I think he was talking about all the tattoos he has and all the tattoos he want to get. Then he slowly, easily slid in there, oh yeah, I want to get a tattoo for my daughter. I literally had to do a double take. Like, I literally sat there in my head and was like, did he just say daughter? Like, did he just say, I want to get a tattoo for my daughter, as in a child that you act like you ain't had? And I know you're probably thinking, oh, why you didn't ask these important questions, this, that, and the third. He was the last person I've ever talked to that I did not ask that. Literally, his profile on Hinge, because Hinge give you the option, right, to say if you want kids, if you have kids, if you have kids and you want some more kids, if you don't have kids and you don't want kids, it gives you the option to like go specifically and clarify if you want kids, okay? His profile said open to children. Open to children. Sir, I think you're more than open to children if you have a child. If you have a child, you're not open, you have one. So I just didn't appreciate that. I did not appreciate, you know, that sneaky sly stuff right there, because it's just like, why would you lie about having it? Like, what if there's some people out here who really do not like kids and has harm or wants to harm your child? Like, no, you need to be upfront. You need to let it be known. That's just how I feel as a woman. Like, if I had kids, I'm gonna let it be known I had kids, because I don't want no man coming around my kids who don't like kids or may have ill intentions against kids, harm kids. No, I'm gonna let it be known so that if you don't like kids, you can go about your business, okay? I just feel like it's stupid. I just really feel like it's so dumb to lie about kids. I'm not saying you gotta put your kids' pictures. I don't understand why people do that. I don't know why y'all be putting y'all kids' pictures on these dating apps with all these people out here. It's not, everybody ain't sane in the head, okay? It's pedophiles everywhere. I don't get why y'all do that. But I'm saying you should definitely make it known. Like, I should definitely know when I'm approaching you, like, oh, okay, this person has kids. Because I'm just not in the mental space right now to deal with children right now. I think because I've had no dating experience, I'm definitely, you know, absorbing everything that happens to me through this dating experience so that I can kind of realize, okay, this is what you need to look out for. This is who you need to look out for. This is the type of stuff they say, this, that, and the third. Because I've gone on a couple of dates and I've noticed clearly the difference between each individual date that I've had and how they've acted, etc., etc. And I'm starting to kind of realize what I like, what I'm looking for. But I think the hardest part of dating, and I feel like y'all will be able to agree with me, is literally asking the hardest questions or asking those hard questions. It is so much more to dating than the romantic aspect of dating. I have had this conversation with my sister a numerous amount of times, especially when you have to start asking those topics such as beliefs, religious beliefs, political beliefs, when you got to start asking things regarding children, when you got to start asking things regarding LGBTQ, etc. Because realistically speaking, we might vibe. We might be cool. We might have a bomb connection when it comes to just chilling and just hanging out. But at the end of the day, if we're gonna take anything romantically, I need to see where your headspace is in regards to those important topics. Because for me, I cannot be with anybody that has any ignorant mentality. I might think something's ignorant and I'm like, I can't do it. There's just so much more out there, I'm starting to realize, with dating than meets the eye. I think social media pushes this, you know, narrative inside of our heads that's like, oh, dating is just this wonderful thing. It is so great to be in a relationship. It is so great. It's so easy. You know, a lot of people make it seem like it's easy to be in a relationship. A lot of people make it seem like it's easy to obtain a relationship, and that's a lie. The amount of time and the amount of like energy that it takes to get to that point of actually having a solid relationship is, oh my God, God. You gotta get, number one, through the position of even seeing the person, seeing if you vibe with them, seeing if how they speak or how they talk, or they articulate, you know, if that bothers you, it doesn't, because it bothers me. Then you gotta get into a position of asking hard questions, you know, regarding like, what is your parenting? You know, how was your upbringing? What is your parenting style? Do you want to spank your kids or you don't want to spank your kids? Do you want this, that, and third? If your child was gay, how would you react to it? What is your thoughts on LGBTQ in general? What would you do if I'm in a hospital and they ask you to choose between your wife and a baby? That is a huge question right there that needs to be answered. And it's just so many little things that you have to ask to get to that point of even like, once they check off on everything, they're cool, you're good, you may be able to continue it. But then there's so many more things, you know, regarding cleanliness and this, that, and a third, that even after you ask all those hard questions, you got to figure out and you got to experience. Dating, moral of the story, is freaking exhausting. Especially because I've noticed with dating, you know, my experiences, that it literally can go from 0 to 100 real quick. You could be sitting here feeling this person, everything can be going so well, and then in a 2 weeks time, literally you're not talking to the person, or they ghost you, or you just never hear from them again. I had so many men who were like talking to me and like, oh yeah, I can't wait to take you out on your first date, like what do you like to do, bop 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 bing bow, and then all of a sudden I don't hear from you ever again. I just don't get that. Then another pet peeve of mine when it comes to dating on these online dating apps, why are men, okay, and I really, if it's any men watching this video, I need a question. If women, if you are able, if somebody gave you the answer to this, let me know. Why are men so quick to want to meet up? I just don't understand that. The amount, pretty much 99 if not 100% of the men that I've talked to have literally asked to meet up within the first maybe 24 hours of me even speaking to you. Not on FaceTime, not on phone, I mean texting on the app. I feel like as a woman, we take more safety precaution when it comes to things like that. I'm not about to sit up here and meet you within the first 24 hours of me texting you. I ain't even FaceTime you to see your face. I ain't heard your voice. I haven't heard how you speak, how you carry yourself. I feel like we just take more precautions because people crazy in these streets, and I don't understand why the men don't take the same precautions that women do. I could be crazy. You over here asking me to meet up with you in about 24 hours, or asking me to come to your house. I could slice. That could be it for you. I don't understand how you feel comfortable asking somebody to come to where you live at. I mean, where you stay at, where you reside. Like, now I know where you be at 12 hours out of the day. Like, no. I just always wonder with men, like, where are y'all safety precautions? Like, y'all just don't have that fear. I mean, people crazy. I mean, people in general, no matter what race, nationality, not the people are no ma'am. Then another thing that I've noticed on the dating apps, which I mean, I kind of agree with this to an extent. Men are very quick, right, to want to ask for your phone number. Now for me, I am not the type of chick that's about to be on an app texting you forever. I did talk to one dude where we literally were on the app for a month. I guess I didn't realize it because I was entertaining other people too, until like one day I was like, why am I still having to go to this app to contact you? Like, what's going on? But for me, I feel like I need to talk to you for at least a total of 3 days before you get my number. Everybody who want to ask for my number, want my number, a lot of them just ghost. How you attentive on the app, but then when I give you my number where you supposed to be more attentive, you just disappear? How that work? I just cannot understand how this generation's mentality works. I just feel like everything now is so overhyped. It is over sexualized, because literally 90% if not 95% of these men on these apps are literally just looking for sex, if we want to be real. I'm like, where did the dating culture go? But then of course we realize like the dating culture has changed. Now you have a 5,000 phases to talking and dating. You got this stage and this stage and this stage and then this stage, and then even when you are in a relationship, you still got people who are talking to people and talking to like, child, I'm tired, okay? I am so tired of the dating game, and I've only been in it since October. I definitely think it is important when you are dating, whether it's in person or whether it's online, is to definitely take some breaks in between. I'm kind of at a position right now where it's like I've been consistently entertaining people, whether it's the same people or not, since October, you know, a few people at a time. But I just feel like you have to take breaks, and I'm getting to a point right now where it's like I guess I'm just mentally in a space where it's like I'm tired of entertaining people. I'm tired of this. I need me a little break. You know, I was 3 years without it, so me jumping full force into it, I was not ready. I was not ready, okay? I didn't know what the dating scene was like because I never dated in general, and then getting out into this dating scene nowadays is like literally And then for me, it don't help that the area that I'm in is literally military. Child, no offense to my military people, but these military men out here literally either want to get married tomorrow, or they got a wife and a kid in another country, or they just trying to smash. I'm like, okay, leave me alone, respectfully. But I got to the point where I'm just like, listen, y'all really about to push me back into my like, I hustle 24/7 as it is, but ain't no hustle like when you are focused and you ain't got to worry about nobody else. But I feel like this whole entire rant was so all over the place, y'all. I just literally wanted to talk about that because I just feel like dating is like, it's a cool thing to do. I like the concept of dating because at the end of the day, I'm not not old, but you know, I just always envision myself dating for like 3 years, you know, getting married and stuff. And like how I look at it is I'm 25 now. 3 years from now I'm 28. I want to be in a position of being married for a couple of years before I have kids, so that's 30, you know. So I'm kind of in a position where it's like, okay, realistically speaking, if I want to stick to the timeline that I have, I need to, like, you know, find something soon. You know, but nobody that's come across my way has been like a soul type of situation where I'm like, oh yeah, you know, for sure I'm gonna like try with you. I'm for sure, like, no, it hasn't been like that. And I'm just kind of like, child, it's a joke. But I hope y'all enjoyed my little rant, okay? I will be doing more of these. I like doing these. I like doing them in a car too, because you know, it's just, I'm in a parking garage, it's good lighting. I don't know what it is about the parking garage lighting. When you say Instagram pictures and you do videos, like, y'all gotta, I'm telling you, try it out. But I hope y'all like that. If there's any other topics, I am open to topics. We can talk about anything, honestly. There are so many things I want to talk about. Make sure y'all comment below and let me know if there's anything specifically y'all want to talk about. Also, share y'all opinions on this. What do y'all think about the dating culture? What y'all think about online dating in general? You know, because this is mainly what the video was about, and I just think it's a shit show. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Press that like button, press that subscribe button, follow your girl on TikTok, on my social medias in general. The links are down in the description box, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye y'all.